Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 8 Japanese destroyer Fubuki. I'm running with 6 main guns, 9 torpedoes, 26 AA guns, and she'll go 35 knots. There is a alternate hull that is supposedly newer that takes away 2 of your guns for more AA, and in my opinion, destroyers don't need AA. They're pretty ineffective, and you really want to be stealthy on your destroyers. You don't want to draw attention to yourself, and AA is the exact way to draw attention to yourself. So I'm headed towards the 8 line. Want to intercept any destroyers, and right off the bat, see a destroyer that headed toward the 8 line also. Now, the Fubuki has 3 turrets with 2 guns each, and the grouping is very, very, very tight. It feels great to fire these guns, so I'm going after this Tier 5 destroyer, and it seems like he popped his smoke and he hid. He would have taken fire from me and, half my team. So this enemy cruiser is visible, and I figure I'll fire. You notice I'm not visible with my situational awareness. It's a combination of the smoke and the island screening my shots. But there's an enemy scout plane that can see me, so I need to be careful. It looks like everyone on my team really doesn't want to do anything, and oh my god! Torpedoes are coming my way, full stop! And we're good, we're good. That'll be the first of many torpedoes. I haven't been in a game quite like this game. So that enemy cruiser is going behind the island to shield himself. He could have been the one who threw the torpedoes out, honestly. It looked like a textbook Japanese cruiser broadside. I'm going to send my torpedoes out. Hell, I have the range, as you can see. These are the upgraded torpedoes. You get increased range for sacrificing the speed, and of course, every destroyer pilot. We get our engines knocked out, and we got to repair. It seems like half the shots at land take out your engine. Interestingly, he has run aground, so I just fire a shot, and of course I hit it because he's still there. And 4 more torpedoes coming my way, probably from a destroyer this time, but they're not going to hit us. We're a destroyer, we're very agile, it's very easy for dodge. Plus, we have the added bonus that we think like a destroyer, so if a destroyer is seen broadside, we kind of surmise that he wants to drop his torpedo on us. And one of those random torpedoes hits the guy that was stuck on the island. He probably backed up into one and couldn't really avoid it. So it looks like 4 of our allies want to move to fill this area. That's okay. The left side has been pretty successful. We've taken out 3 of their ships, and we've stopped them from pushing forward. Usually in this scenario, I find that teams will play very defensive at this point. They would rather draw the game out than lose it. So you can see flashing on the minimap, there's 5 to 6 ships that can fire on this 8 line. This is very dangerous for this Warspite to be this far forward, and he's going to pay for it with his life. More torpedoes. This isn't the last torpedo salvo. There's so many torpedoes in this game. So, at Warspite, you don't want to move forward if you're the battleship. You just need to be patient. You need to find your window and loosen their defenses. Torpedoes are great for loosening the defenses of the enemy. They either have to dodge the torpedoes, so they give up either the angling or their ability to do damage to you, or you land your torpedoes and they're more likely to die. So this Tier 5 destroyer is back, and we're going to shoot him a little bit. Do some pretty good damage with 1 round of those 2 that went out. See if we can get another one, and of course, knock out one of our turrets. But we do crit him. And here we go again, another battleship going around a corner, getting a ton of torpedoes his way. He avoids most of them, but he takes about 3, and I think he's gonna die to these. Oh, we dodged those. More torpedoes! He's still alive somehow. But everyone on the enemy team is firing on him. So I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna kill himself, but I should take advantage of this. So I'm gonna move forward, and I'm gonna try and provide support any way I can. That was the initial plan. More torpedoes coming by, they miss. This cruiser has the right idea. He wants to do damage, but minimize the amount of ships that can fire on him. And yeah, everyone knows I'm here. I'm running through the gap, doing any damage I can to anyone I see. And I just confirm that my cruiser is not close enough that these torpedoes would hurt him. It's very important that you consider your allies when you're using torpedoes. And there you go, that battleship dies. And I'm the most far forward guy on our team. So I pop my smoke, and I start heading back. Both to provide smoke screen for the friendly ships, and to make sure that I'm no longer detected. So this full battleship, I have no interest whatsoever in going anywhere near him, and his secondaries land a good shot on me. But I'm still alive, and then his primaries go off, and oh man, he does a lot of damage, but still alive, able to repair. The damage control has a very low cooldown on destroyers, so it's very easy to deal with multiple assaults and having your turrets or your engine or your steering knocked out, or if you're on fire. So those 2 destroyers over there still playing buddy-buddy, hiding away, sending out torpedoes constantly. And man, it's easy to dodge, but you always got to be aware. You always got to pull your camera back and check that these torpedoes are the torpedoes that you think are coming your way, because it's just constant torpedoes going off. It feels like I'm fighting a commie. So that friendly battleship is going up against that enemy battleship. He's a tier higher, so he has an advantage in that regard. But there's enemy destroyers that can torpedo him. It's very dangerous. And the North Carolina is the first U.S. battleship that has speed, and bam, he gets taken out. Every single battleship has been taken out by all of these stupid torpedoes. The combination of destroyers and cruisers is just so annoying. So we've broken through the opening, so we're able to spread out and minimize the chance that a torpedo attack would be devastating to us. But I haven't done anything other than slowly move the battle line forward and try to provide support. And there's our first kill. We landed around the island. Guy was barely alive, but that takes out a lot of torpedoes. Yeah, I'm just confirming where my allies are, what they're gonna do. It's a really close game. Anyone can win. But I don't really want to shoot at this battleship. I'm not gonna do anything. I need my torpedoes on the battleship. My goal is to kill that destroyer and take out those cruisers that are around here. And the enemy destroyer shows up. I check to see where the torpedoes would go. Of course, completely ineffective. That's okay. I'm just going to send them into a general area. Maybe I'll catch a ship that isn't paying attention. It looks like they have an AFK battleship, or a cruiser, sorry. And, this is a free kill, this is free damage. But he's spotting. So we're just going to take him out real quick. Unfortunate for the team. With just 2 turrets, I'm doing a lot of damage. At 3, it's a lot. It's worth it by far to use the hull that isn't the most advanced one, just because of the extra turret. I don't know why you would want to get rid of a turret as a destroyer. The AA is so irrelevant. Most of the time, you want nothing to do with aircraft because they're spotting you. So we see this guy, we get his steering. We want to avoid our battleship, though. The destroyers are very low. They're very killable by me, but I don't want to overextend and get myself killed. That's really what happens to most destroyers. They overextend and they get killed. If only I was just a little bit faster, I somehow avoid those, which is awesome. But this destroyer, he's going to go around the island. I'm not going to get a shot. He might torpedo a friendly, and then he'll die. But maybe the torpedo will kill a friendly. I really don't want that. It's still a close game. It really is equal numbers here because we have at least 2 ships back at our base. And a friendly just took out another ship, which is awesome. And we're just looking around, confirming what the enemy's doing. It's always a good idea to look around, check the health of enemies, check their facing. You really don't need to watch your shots. Hit a target that you know they're going to land. If you've confirmed that the shot is good, then you need to use the time that the round is traveling to check your surroundings. And this destroyer is pretty close, but he's behind the smoke, so he's coming in and out. I think he's moving too far away from the smoke. So I land 3 of the 4 rounds. I do a lot of damage. 1 more of those and he's dead. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. We got that destroyer. Looks like the other destroyer died, so that's awesome. And this enemy battleship that's been working pretty well. Sent out torpedoes. He's an American battleship. He's pretty slow. If he doesn't react in time, he's gonna die. He just doesn't have the speed to compensate for not picking up on torpedoes. And since we're over here, we're pretty close to this guy. We're just gonna see if the friendlies need assistance. He's on fire. There's torpedoes going his way. Maybe I'll land a couple, but it looks like I just wanted to confirm where those torpedoes were. It looks like at least 1 will hit. And yeah, 1 hits.
Ship destroyed.
And they only got 2 ships left. We've taken out 4 of their ships. We've also kept some of our allies alive, and we've pushed the tempo of the match in our favor. And that's partly due to the Japanese torpedo range and our patience. We're able to attack targets that wouldn't normally feel like they were in range of like US torpedoes, but we were able to do extra damage. We were able to use our guns on the enemy destroyers, and they had no interest in being close to us. So yeah, 1 more battleship. And he's turning, so I missed that shot. That's okay. This is the game turned around. This is celebratory. The relief is very tense during the beginning of the game when you can't push when you want to. You have to just deal with the enemies defending a choke point. It's very stressful. 1 torpedo will kill you as a destroyer, or almost 1. So yeah, I felt like we were gonna lose up until we were able to break out. And this enemy battleship is broadside with a friendly cruiser. He's pretty brave getting that close. He's taking a lot of secondary fire. Just keeping the guns going, even if they're doing minimal damage. He's firing on the friendly cruiser. Hopefully the friendly cruiser can live to the end of this game. He's turning pretty sharply, though, and this is kind of ruining my plan. My plan was get him broadside and then fire on him, but I send out my first wave. This is to force him to hold steady to avoid these torpedoes, or he's going to die. And then the next wave is going to set up sort of like the interwoven carrier attacks. He's stuck, having to avoid those torpedoes. He can't compensate for these incoming torpedoes. And I'm all excited. Oh my god, he kills me! And I kill him. It was worth it. Just the way that ended. We got Confederate 2, which is awesome. So, and we got the kill an opponent after you die, or while you're dying. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It turned out to be epic. We held them off until the bitter end. And I hope you learned a little bit about being a little patient, because destroyers definitely take patience when the enemy is aware of your position. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time.